Hello, hello, hello to all of my Taurians. This is Queen Amon Ra coming to you with your Sunday video. Taurus, this video is dated from the 9th of April through the 9th of May. Let's get into it. Let's see what your cards have to say. So happy Sunday to each and every one of you all. This video may go up on Saturday in some parts of the world, but it is your Sunday video. So let's get into it. Let's see what your cards have to say. Taurus, I am talking to you if you have Taurus anywhere in your birth chart. Not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but anywhere in your birth chart, including if Taurus is your MC or IC. Taurus, we just had a full moon in Libra. You and Libra actually share the planet Venus. And also, share the planet Venus. And so Source is saying to you, since you're at a higher frequency now, you're at a higher frequency about some kind of a love interest, right? Could have been ex-husband, ex-wife, something from your past, something that was like something from somebody's past that somebody just kept, or it could have been a ex-business partner, something where you may have felt like something was said or done that really cut you deep, like really hurt you, really broke your heart, right? It could have even been a parent, it could have been a sibling, whoever it was you felt like that your heart was connected to in some way, shape, form, or fashion, something that happened in your past. Source is saying to you, and you may have felt like they were manipulating you, or something that's causing you to overthink it and be like in a dark space. Now that you're at a higher frequency, Source is like, okay, it's time to put a manhole over the past, because this right here, this could represent, you know. A codependent relationship. This could have represented somebody stole your joy. This could represent, you weren't really pleased with the outcome of something. Whatever it is, those are cups that's all spilled over, right? So the Source is saying to you, you have more creativity, you just got to turn around from the past and move away from that. You got more creativity, you got love coming your way, opportunities to clear off your root chakra so you can see if there's any cracks in your foundation so that you can move forward, right? And on top of that, you got a loved one, somebody who transitioned, is saying to you, you got a lot more water. So you got 6, 7, 8, right? The number 8 is the number of the money exchange number. And you have an infinite amount of creative ideas that's going to make you a whole lot of money. All you're going to have to do is turn away from the past. Whatever the past was, is whatever, something that was heartbreaking or deeply disappointing for you. Source is like, it's time to turn away from it. It's time to move on from it. It really is time to move on from it. All right, so let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see what else we have going on here. Let's see what else we have going on here. Here we have the Princess of Cups. We also have the Nine of Wands. We also have the Two of Cups. We also have the Goddess card, the Six of Pentacles, and also the Healing card. So this Nine of Wands lets me know that somebody could have been, come through a real like a storm, right? Like you could have come through some highs and lows of life. And Source is saying, now that you're on the other side of this, why would you go back through that fire? Why would you go back through those flames, right? Why would you keep turning back and like overthinking? So when we look at this right here, let me show you something. If I can give you, I need more than two hands here. See these two people, they're looking back, right? One is looking down, but and this person is looking back. This is feminine energy, this is masculine energy, and this is masculine energy. This is air, this is fire, and this is water, right? And so the more air you give to this fire, the more upset you become, the more emotionally drained, the more distracted you become, right? But also emotionally, you get sad. You just you go from angry to sad to angry to sad. It takes away from what Source is trying to send your way. Here we have this. So Source wants somebody to start their process of healing through rest. Start your process of healing through rest. That's one. I need more than two hands here. I need more than two hands here, Taurus. Start your healing through rest, right? Because you're already on the other side of something, right? And so for some of you all, new love is coming across your path. But if you are still focusing on the past and replaying it over and over and over and over again, new love could represent a new love interest, but it can also represent a new friend, platonic. It can also represent new creative ideas that's also going to help you feel like help you feel a lot better, right? Because we're talking about your sacral chakra, we're talking about your feelings. wide range of healthy emotions. It represents a lot of things having to do with your sacral chakra, right? Represents your creativity, your pleasure, those kind of things. So for some of you all, it's new love coming across your path. For some of you all, it's new creativity that's coming across your path. For some of you all, it's some kind of new money coming across your path. Some kind of an approval is coming across your path. And so some new level of security where you feel secure, you feel stable, you feel this energy, this new energy is going to be loyal to you. If you, especially if you experience cheating or like something that was really kind of just heartbreaking for you in the past. So there's so many different layers to this, Taurus. Like I said before, a proposal could be on the horizon for somebody, or you could be the one that's proposing something. But the bottom line is that you got blessings coming your way, and you do have a loved one that's saying, toss out all that bitterness from the past. It's time to move forward, right? It's time to move forward. So what I'm saying right here, this proposal is not just a love, like romantic proposal. It's also could be a proposal to go into business with somebody, Taurus. So again, you got to turn away from the past and the fear. It's better to, if you're going into business with somebody, just like if you're getting married to somebody proposing marriage, that's an agreement, some kind of legally binding agreement. It's always best to like make sure legally you're taken care of up front. Some people get prenuptial agreements. Some people, take their paperwork to an attorney and say, hey, explain this to me and make sure that no matter what, I'm always going to be covered. I'm always going to be taken care of, that kind of thing. Well, taking care of mean like the work that you put in, that's what you're getting back. You're not trying to take advantage of anybody. So this is what I'm seeing for somebody. This right here lets me know that somebody is on the cusp of abundance and prosperity in every area of your life. Because again, you've decided to vibrate higher and balance out your own life, right? And so you actually deserve it. Somebody is also a healer. Like your energy is a very healing energy. So every time you look for approval from humans, source is like, I already approved you. I reminded you of that in the last, it is like God saying to you, I reminded you that in the last cycle. The last cycle we had a full moon in Virgo. That reminded everybody that you are good enough. That reminded literally everybody that you are good enough, no matter how many times you've been married, no matter how many times you went into business with somebody and you felt like, okay, I'm not learning the lessons, what's happening, no matter how many times you may have been burned by friends. Sources say you are good enough without all the heaviness on you. See, this particular full moon was especially interesting because it almost, I don't even want to use the word forced, Taurus, but it God gave everybody an opportunity to remove the rose-colored glasses. We had a pink moon. Pink moon, when we talk about the color pink, we talked about this in last Sunday's reading. It's put you like in this dreamy state, this love state, this kind of thing like that. And we also talked about the best color in terms of aura that pairs best, with pink. It's green. And that deals with your heart chakra, right? So pink and green deals with your heart chakra. Well, and those are some of the color stones when we're talking about, healing your heart chakra as well, pink and green. So when I look at this and I'm seeing that somebody has dealt with some heartbreak in the past and some deep disappointment, it could make somebody feel uncomfortable about love again. It could make somebody feel very uncomfortable about getting into business with people again. If love is not, if you're not interested in being a romantic relationship, so somebody comes to you with a proposal to start a business, you like, no. I've been burned in business before. There's no way. I'd rather go it alone, right? And if that's where you are, whether it's in love or in business, source is saying with this card right here, this lover's card, this is also representing making a decision. It's also making a decision to turn away from the past and say, okay, I'm already on the other side of all of this. I need to go ahead and release this. Here we have the Devil card, the Death Rebirth card, the Justice card. We also have the Wheel of Fortune. We also have the High Priestess and also the Strength card. So these two cards right here together, this is Libra and this is you, Taurus. Remember balancing things out. If you want to remove the imbalance on your internal scales, you're going to have to break up with the devil. And what I mean by that is like cut the chains, the ties. The devil is, because we are coming up on the last quarter moon in Capricorn, and this is Capricorn's card. Again, we're not to Capricorns, we're not saying Capricorns are no more demons or devils than any other sign, right? Because it really represents our flesh, it represents our carnal mind, all that stuff. But the devil is in a midst because the devil wants somebody is trying to irritate your demons. So if your demons are insecurity, for instance, there's so many different types of demons. Like I talk about a couple of them on my other channel. like the incubus and the succubus and, other, types of demons. But whatever your demons are, that's what the enemy is trying to get you to do, is keep replaying the past over and over and over and over again, whether it was in your personal life or your business life. And Source is saying, release it. Release it, release it. I'm giving you some time to release it, right? So this represents some kind of unexpected change happening here. And so the unexpected change is you just saying, you know what, I'm finally turning away from this. If I really want to go into business or meet new friends or love interest, whatever I want to do to change something in my personal or my professional life, I got to change it. I have to change it, right? So Source is saying tap into your strength. Another reason why it's so intense is because, again, somebody is psychic energy, somebody's a healer themselves. And so what do you keep attracting? You keep attracting those memories of how, like, you try to be there for people, you try to be their friend, you try to help heal people, you were there for them when they weren't there for you, and guess what happened? You end up getting your heart broken and hurt. And so that was part of the lesson that somebody needed to learn, but that sometimes that happens. But again, it looks like somebody, also has a guardian angel. You're going through this death rebirth stage right here. And that's why healing is so important, because that's why I talk about water so much on my channel. Is like this right here, 8th card in the tarot deck. Source is saying to you, healing is going to start for you with rest. And the type of music you're listening to when you're just resting in your house. Doesn't mean you're asleep. It's just like you got music playing on the background. Source is like, I'm trying to flush out all of the toxins in your spirit from the past. I'm trying to get you to put a manhole over the past so you're not replaying it over and over and over again. The enemy does not want anybody to close out a cycle. If you can keep that in your mind, we got 8 major moon phases within a cycle. And so I walk you all through 4 of them, right? You get 4 readings a week. I'm giving you questions on Sundays. Like you're about to get some questions for this week coming up. Look at those questions, put the work in, take some kind of action. Things are going to go so much smoother for you all. And I know that because I get a lot of text messages from you all saying, oh my God, this actually works, it's helping me, my life is better, blah blah blah, those kind of things. I can't even take credit. It's really Source. It's really Source. I'm just being obedient. Source is saying tell them this. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing here in the cards, right? So like I said before, Taurus, you are some kind of money is coming somebody's way on the other side of all of this. And Source is just saying, all the heartbreaking stuff that you've experienced in the past, you're going to feel a lot better moving forward. Here we have the 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. We have the 7 of Pentacles. This is great. 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Fool card. We also have the King of Wands and also the 8 of Cups. So 3 of Pentacles, I'm telling you, and I've been saying this a lot, like somebody is coming into some kind of a leadership position. With all of the stuff that's going on, not only is somebody coming into a leadership position, there could be some kind of marriage proposal coming somebody's way. There could also be some kind of a proposal, like some kind of an offer also coming your way in terms of your money. Only plant seeds of that you want to grow. And I'm going to help you with that in just a second, because we are in a waning gibbous moon phase, right? Let me put this right here for just a second and help you with this, because I see some kind of an approval for some kind of increase in terms of your money coming across your path. We have the 8 of Cups. This is God's way of saying, every time you look back at the past and the deep disappointment and the heartbreak, guess what? Things go out of focus for you. It sources like get laser focused again. What is your purpose? What is your purpose? What is your purpose? What is your purpose? One of the things that I'm seeing here, one of the things that I'm seeing here in the cards is that somebody may have gone up for a promotion before and it didn't go through for you, right? Or somebody experienced such deep disappointment. Again, this is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. When you really, really sit down, because you all are a earth sign, and earth signs, that's you, Capricorn, Virgos, deal with the physical existence of things. So sometimes you don't believe it until you physically see it. But you're going to have to raise your frequency in the spirit realm to be able to see things. And what that looks like is not being stubborn when it comes to releasing things that are a distraction around you. And so what Source is saying to somebody is that something may have happened in the past where you are kind of hesitant. Like you may say you believe in Source, and you may say that God has blessed me in such and such and such and such. But to some degree, what I'm picking up in the reason is that somebody's like, I need to physically see it to believe it. And source is like, I need you to all in with the faith movement. Like, this is where there can't be any doubts, right? Because somebody may have felt like in the past when it came to love or when it came to business, they felt foolish. They felt like they had on white clown makeup and a red nose. But source is saying to you, how you operate in optimism is really going to determine a lot of things, like this really truly operating in faith. So I do see somebody, despite the enemy trying to get you to vibrate low and doubt God, because that's all the enemy is trying to do, is trying to get you to doubt God. It'd be better for somebody to say, God, if it didn't work out in the past, thank you, I learned a lesson. And then that'll start you on a journey of remembering. Like, hindsight is 2020. I remember right before, I was about to sign this deal, something told me. That's where God wants you to go back in a posture of gratitude. Something told me not to do it, but I got people around me saying, you should do it, you should do it, you should do it. Boom, I did it, right? I remember, that hindsight. I remember right before I was about to, get married to somebody, God said, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But a lot of people say, something told me. That something is your intuition, is God. And now I see I shouldn't have. So I understand the hesitancy, but I'm also seeing God is trying to get somebody. There's no, the only reason why there's a fight between your higher self and your lower self, that's your flesh. Because God always wins. No matter what, God always wins. So Source is saying to you, put your faith 100% in God and watch how this situation turns out, right? So here we have the King of Wands and also the Knight of Wands. Source is like, get as far away from anything that burns you out emotionally. The treacherous thoughts, the woe is me, the talking about it, even getting like letting people talk to you about what frustrated you in the past, all that. Sources like, get away from all of that and get back to being the king of ideas, king of closing out cycles, the king of initiating change, moving on from some things, right? So that's what Source wants somebody to do, because there's a lot of water here. You're a earth sign, and there's been a lot of pain from the past. And like I said before, somebody who has transitioned, a guardian angel is saying to you, hey, just give it another chance. Just give it another try. Give it another try. All that other stuff, that's what you got to sacrifice. Leave all of that stuff in the past. And that's what God is trying to tell somebody. It's like, leave all that heartbreak, all that pain, all that stuff in the past. Because if you bring that into a new relationship, Taurus, they're like, a person is looking at you like, you sure you're not over your ex? Or you sure you 100% in this business deal? Are you sure you in this new job? Because you sure seem like you checked out. Did we make the right decision? And you want people to say who's, bringing you into a new leadership position, yeah, you made the right decision. I don't have any issues in my personal life or my professional life. I've already closed out cycles. I've already flushed all of that out. That's a part of the past, right? So here's some questions for you. You can ask yourselves. Here's some questions, because this moon in Capricorn that we have coming up, is going to give everybody the courage to kind of sort of fight through your fears, to go ahead and close out cycles, right? First question you want to ask yourselves, Taurus, is what are your top 3 priorities this week, this month, and this year? The second question you want to ask yourselves, Taurus, is what are your biggest fears? Third question is, do you have specific daily rituals and routines that nourish you? Fourth question is, do you reward yourself when you accomplish something? And then last but not least is, how much of your day or week do you block out for self-care and personal development? So those are your questions. We usually have like 5 questions on the week. So I do see somebody finally physically sailing away from your past, putting a manhole over it, like turning around to see the blessings coming your way. And I don't see you regretting it at all. Here we have the Page of Coins. Again, when it says Page of Coins, but it's really Page of Pentacles. Again, that's God's way of saying, hey, you've been putting in that hard work. Some of you all have been studying. Some of you all have been taking classes, whatever you needed. So you deserve that leadership position. You deserve it. And you have a guardian angel, again, watching over you. A guardian angel, right? So for some of you all, it can feel like, you know what, I'm in this internal battle, my highest self and my lower self, or I got an angel on one shoulder and a demon on the other. I don't know how I should proceed, right? But that's also speaking to balance as well. I see the good and I see the bad and my past, right? And I'm ready to part ways. I'm ready to surrender to Source and say to Source, I learned whatever lesson you needed me to learn. If there's still any fuzziness or something that's unclear, help me, God, not everybody else physically around you. God, help me. Like, show me through a dream, download or whatever that I needed to see. Here we have the high priestess again. Somebody is definitely highly spiritually gifted. We're not talking about 3D titles. We're talking about somebody is highly spiritually gifted. And so here we have the Ace of Coins and also the Four of Cups. And so again, somebody was definitely sitting around ruminating over something, and sources like, you don't need to ruminate over anything from your past. It's the past. It's over. And so continue with your hard work. This is the Ace of Cups. Right? So somebody definitely got something out of the mud. Somebody's like, you know what? I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. You know, I'm still learning. But I'm telling you, the easiest way for you all to not have to, anybody, to repeat cycles is to be open to source. Like, really be open to source. If that means that you feel like I gotta open up, you know, a spiritual book, whether it's the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, whatever you feel like, you know, whatever your religious beliefs, or, you know, and you feel like you need clarity, you know, if you feel like that's the best way for you to go, hey, you know, really learn, like really learn about this journey. It can be a beautiful journey. So that's what I'm saying for you all. So congratulations to whoever's getting some kind of a increased proposal for, you know, a job proposal or something like that, with some kind of an increase coming your way, or some kind of, you know, relationship or marriage proposal or something like that. But I'm saying proposal for you all is, I'm saying a proposal for you all. And so when we're looking at this right here, what's your next move? It is not the best option, right? So it's really not the best option to doubt source. It really isn't not the best option. And of course, speaking of options, you have an option of keep looking back at the past while expecting some changes to move forward. But source is saying, I need your full 100% attention at a higher frequency. You've already been on your spiritual journey, right? You've already lost some people because of your spiritual journey. And so source is like, okay, you need to be all the way in. So if that means that you got to read the Bible more, read more scriptures, and you feel like, okay, God, I didn't know, now when I read these scriptures 5 years ago, they meant one thing. Today they mean something different. God is like, okay, that's what I'm trying to get you to do. I'm trying to get you to grow. I'm trying to encourage conversation. You know, not just when things are bad. I'm trying to have a constant, regular flow of, so you'll recognize God's voice kind of conversation. So that's what I'm seeing for you all, Taurus. So yeah, somebody's definitely a healer. Somebody could actually, you know, like I said, be psychic and all of that as well. And you know, somebody, like I said, source wants you to remember your past, but not stay stuck there. So acceptance. Affirmations for acceptance. I accept myself as I am. I accept what is without resistance. I have the power to choose my actions. I have the power to create change. I practice patience with myself. I am loved. I am not alone. I am at peace. That's right. I am at peace. I am at peace. Let's see what else we got going on here, Taurus. This is good. This is really good. You know, looking at the cards, I'm looking at the cards here, and so you can apply this to a lot of areas of your life. So just take what resonates with you, right? Some people don't want to be in a romantic relationship, and that's cool. And some people don't want to be in business with somebody else. That's cool too. The main thing looking at the cards here is that source wants somebody to really get their you know, everything in alignment, meaning operating 100% in faith of source, faith in God, right? So here we have sacred waters, right? Because this is a lot of water here. So sacred waters. Drunken by the swell of the sea, I can feel the blanket of her embrace. Unafraid of the presence releasing the cords, I call her in. I call her deeply within. So Taurus really wants somebody to do a cord cutting ceremony. You can look that up online. You can do a cord cutting ceremony. Another thing that you all can do, speaking of water, is make moon water. You can look that up online is also, right? So for people who are kind of sort of like at this level of, I was taught this way and I don't really kind of believe in that kind of stuff, again, educate yourselves. Before you ready to toss everything out, the baby with the bath water, make sure you educate yourselves first, right? Because again, it's all good because it's all God. And so it's what are you going to use it for, right? What are you going to use it for? So you can, like I said before, during the waning gibbous moon, you can make moon water. You can write down what you want to let go of and burn it. You can also reflect on your goals and what you need to do to reach them. You can also write down all the things that you're thankful for. You can also cleanse your home and your space. And you can also take cleansing ritual baths as well. So yep, you can do all of those things. You can do all of those things so that somebody can feel like they're just in a better space, like in a better head space. Like, okay, I feel like I just, I feel like I need to balance things out. This is about balance. This is about balance. These two are really about balance. You see this, that scale right here, and also this. Somebody may also be deciding, because you're at a higher frequency, to be cutting a Gemini out of your life. For somebody, I don't know who I'm talking to. Let me see. Yeah. High Priestess energy card came out twice. And so somebody may have just been foolish, felt like they were foolish about something. And Source is saying, you got to do what's best for you. Yeah, you got to do what's best for you, because somebody has been just keeping something connected where God wants you to cut the cord. Like really just cut the cord and just move on from something. So the end of a tough cycle approaches. Yeah, we're coming up on the last quarter moon in Capricorn. So it's going to give you the strength that you need to just move on from something finally, Taurus. So whoever or whatever it is you're moving on from, and it looks like it could be, like I said, several things. It's just not just one person. It could be several things that you're moving on from. Kudos to you in advance. Congratulations and kudos to you in advance. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. Let's see what else. Let me make sure. Let's pull a number card, and then we got an affirmation card, and let's close it out. Number card, affirmation card, and let's go ahead and close it out. 20. I am harmonious. You relate to others at an almost cosmic level. You are dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. You have the ability to persuade others to your point of view by using gentle means. That's your number, 20. And let's pull an affirmation card and let's close it out. Let's pull an affirmation card and let's go ahead and close this out. Here we have anxiety, right? All is well and I am whole. All is temporary. I am grateful for change. I have all that I need in this present moment. I release control of the future. I'm not alone. I am in charge of my mind. Every experience is a part of a greater plan. I allow myself to feel and let go. I am not my emotions. That is what I have for you, Taurus. I will see you all on Motivational Monday. Again, happy Sunday. This video is for the 9th of April through the 9th of May. So cutting out, somebody could be cutting out a Leo, somebody could be cutting out a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, not a Sagittarius. It could be a Sagittarius. Okay, let's run down some things. Somebody could be cutting out a Gemini, somebody can also be cutting out a Scorpio, somebody could be cutting out a Sagittarius, a Leo, a Capricorn. Yeah, so those are some energies you could be cutting out of your life, just cutting off the emotions attached to all of that, cutting it out, right? So, but that is what I have for you. I will see you all on Monday. Bye.